Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to Unit Lost. I am Stylosa, and by now, you've probably read the title of this video. So you're like, what? Banned? Unbanned? Banned? Here we go again. Well, yeah, it kind of is. Here we go again. So this actually happened yesterday, and it was resolved really quickly. And I thought, you know, maybe this isn't actually worth making a video on. But then I thought to myself, you know what? It kind of is, because it does highlight the really bad state that the report system is actually in. So we all know who Fuey500 is by now. He's a very nice guy, he's a very likable guy, and all he does is play Torbjorn. So this means Fuey gets a load of, well, reports against his name, doesn't he? We don't know how many reports you need to get an automated ban, but, you know, it's hundreds and hundreds of, it might even be thousands of reports, we don't know, but it's hundreds of reports that you need. And then the system will ban you, and it is an automated ban. Now, there's a lot of problems here with this, because Fuey was banned mid-game again. I can't actually show you the video clip because it's been taken down off Twitch. But basically, it's the same old thing you've seen before, where, you know, guy's playing a game, goes back to the login screen, it says you've been banned, goodbye, and it's like, oh, I was in the middle of a game. So everybody else in that game on your team gets screwed over because, well, you've just left the game, so they can't possibly win. Like, you never win a 5v6. I think I've won one 5v6 in my entire life playing Overwatch. Like, you never win them, right? So you would just lose. So those guys lose loads of SR, which obviously isn't great. However, Fuey's been banned, but, like, why has he been banned? Now, we go back to looking at the things that Blizzard actually said during the when Fuey actually reached out to Blizzard, didn't he? And he was like talking to them, and they got back to him, and they basically said, look, you won't get banned for playing one hero. That's never going to happen. But then there's a big problem, isn't there, with Overwatch? Because the whole point of the game is to be flexible. So if you're not flexible and you don't play characters that kind of fit in with the team, or fit in with against what the enemy team are doing, or work on the map. Now, I know this is all very vague, because you could say, well, hey, you know, I'm a Bastion main, I could make Bastion work on a map where Bastion doesn't necessarily work. And it's like, okay, you know, we can all argue until the cows come home, which is a beautiful saying from around, well, I think it's just a general English UK kind of saying, which just means forever, right? You can literally just argue this all day. The point would just, it'll be like, look, mate, I might be a Bastion main, but you know what? I can actually make Bastion work on Lijiang Garden, where Bastion isn't really that good. But I'm going to make him work, so, you know, you're going to have to deal with me, and you've got to play around me. The thing is, with Fuey is, he just plays Torb. Now, we know, I mean, I've been over this and I've done it to death, but what has happened is people are reporting him because he's not being flexible. So even if he's on the voice comms and he's like, guys, I'm, you know, everybody's friend, it's awesome, but he's getting destroyed over and over again by a Pharaoh or something, then it's not great, right? So people will report him and say, look, this guy's in a team player, he's being uncooperative, and that is true. So the system, on the one hand, says this is fine to do, yeah, because it allows everybody to report the player. The player then gets banned, and then Blizzard came back and said, look, actually, you shouldn't be banned for playing one hero, so gets rid of the ban. The player is then banned again, and then this player emails Blizzard and gets this response, which says, thank you for contacting us about the suspension applied to your Overwatch account. After a thorough review of the evidence, we have removed the suspension and restored full access to your account. So obviously, this was straight back to the email address which he sent his initial request to, so they obviously know about the case, and they've gone, oh, actually, it's just the same guy again. They must have looked at the reports and just seen loads for, like, uncooperative behaviour or, you know, non-teamwork kind of behaviour, and thought, oh, no, these are just reports because the guy just likes to play Torbjorn, and then have unbanned him. But can you see the duality, ladies and gentlemen, in all of this? Like, on the one hand, the game is allowing players to report people for not being flexible and just stubbornly playing one hero over and over again, and then it automatically bans them. But then those players can just email Blizzard and go, no, what's this? And Blizzard are like, sure, we'll just get rid of that ban. It is a very cloudy, murky situation that we're in. We really need clarifications. Like I said in my previous videos, without solid clarification here, what is going on? Blizzard have said, look, we won't ban you for being a one trick, but they're still allowing you to report these players. But here's a deeper issue, right? If so many people are reporting these kind of players, do you really want them in the game? Now, this is a very contentious point, because, again, we could argue until the cows come home, ladies and gentlemen, about this. But if, let's make a theoretical situation. So you are in a game, and you have this guy who's playing Torbjorn. He's playing Torb and getting absolutely destroyed. But he starts saying things like, guys, you know, maybe we could get an Orisa to protect my turret, or, you know, something that would help Bastion. But you don't want to play Orisa because you're playing Winston. Now, who is actually the worst player here, right? The guy playing Torbjorn or you because you're not actually flexing to try and win. See, you're still kind of guilty of the same thing. The problem is, the guy who locks in the Torb or the Symmetra or whatever, they are the ones making a statement straight away going, look, this is what I'm playing and just deal with it. And Blizzard have said, we won't ban you for playing one hero. But then they also want you to be flexible in a team game which is built upon the idea of swapping your heroes. You see where it's very confusing? It's very confusing to me. You know, and I've said before, like, Overwatch is literally my life. I play loads of Overwatch. I make videos daily on Overwatch. I live the Overwatch life. Yeah, I'm very confused. Like, what should I do? Should I report this player? Well, I was of the mindset before this actually happened again to Fuey that they've changed the system and got rid of this automated ban malarkey, which is just getting rid of people because they're playing one hero. But actually, it doesn't look like they have. So who is in the right and who is in the wrong here? I'm very confused, guys. Let me know what you think about this in the comments below. I think, I guess, to sum this up, you just sort of, yeah, I mean, I don't need to sum it up. This is the situation, isn't it? Blizzard want you to play a game where you can be flexible and build a team comp and work together as a team. But also, if some guy walks in and just locks in Torbjorn, then Blizzard also think that's fine. But that goes against everything the game was built on. It's very weird, isn't it? Guys, I've been Stylosa and this is Unit Lost. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments below. Go into as much detail as you can. And let me know if you've reported anybody for being a one-trick. And will you continue to keep reporting these players? If you are a one-trick, do you think you should be reported? Because at the end of the day, you're still trying to play the game, right? It's very weird, isn't it? All right, guys, I've been Stylosa, and this is Unit Lost. If you enjoyed the video, and I hope you did, then give that video a like. Oh, baby, yeah. And you can follow me on Twitter as well, which is @UnitLostGaming. And I will catch you on the next one, guys. Toodaloo.